Boker Tov, everyone. Shalom. Rabbi Eric Solomon Raleigh. Thank God. Thank you for all your prayers about the storm in other parts of our country, like Florida and other places. It was pretty bad here. Thank God in Raleigh just kind of skipped by us mostly some wind and rain. We're doing well here, thank God, in general. Morning Torah. Again, so about Elul. So listen, getting ready for Rosh Hashanah. When you come to Shul on Rosh Hashanah, or really a lot of the year, the Torah has all these sections, especially in Leviticus, about sacrifices. I mean, the main story, in fact, on Rosh Hashanah is about Abraham, sadly, almost sacrificing his own son. But the theme of sacrificing back in the Torah's time, animals, this is part of the Torah that a lot of kids are not excited about to have their bar mitzvah portion for. But it describes foods or ways of giving something up in prayer to God. Sacrifices. So, this part blurs the eyes. Not everyone's into it. What's going on? God listens to prayer. God listens to sacrifice. God wants them. The Torah even says that God smells them. It's not really what's happening. So what I think is profound about this, and this is where something that's really old is actually something that's really new. What we know today in our world of rugged individualism, especially in America, of individual effort, but also a strong desire for individual meaning and a life well lived in a place like the West or in the United States, is that just having a lot of things or gathering a lot of things, even though it's nothing wrong with gathering, achieving, working, that's not going to give you happiness or even meaning. Those things are fleeting. They say you get a new car and it feels great, but sometimes some studies have shown within weeks, the new car feels like a regular car. It feels like the old car. Next thing you know, you see a car going down the road, you think, I want that car. The hedonistic impulse, kind of something new comes up. So acquiring things in general are not ultimately what's going to give you meaning. Even acquiring tremendous success in your business, although it's meaningful and important, and nothing wrong with that, it can be fleeting. What's the next thing? A life well lived is not about what you attain per se or what you gather or collect, especially the things. It's about what you're willing to sacrifice, who you're willing to sacrifice for, what you're willing to sacrifice. I once had a member of our congregation who served in the military actively and said, of the military's many things it taught him. It taught him that the most important thing in your life is making that decision. What am I willing to sacrifice for? And that's the place where meaning and love in God and a life well lived reside. So when you get in a shul and you see all about sacrifices and your eyes glaze over, remember, it's actually sending you a message from the ancient Jewish wisdom. What are you willing to give up? Who are you willing to give up some of your personal freedom, autonomy, time for? Community, people you love, the Jewish community, Americans, the world. When you sacrifice something of yourself, then you actually get the most meaning, actually the most richness and the most joy. That's a life well lived. Not how much you gather, but actually how much you're willing to give up. Think about that this holiday season. Wishing everyone early Shana Tova and Shabbat Shalom.